What's up, Facebook? How you cool cobras doing this fine early, what is it, Friday morning? The last four wands are drying by the windowsill. What's up? Excuse me. Yep. I do apologize if I made any fans of mine upset and what have you with a recent live stream that I made. As I mentioned in my video I posted on Facebook, 2019 is not starting off the best. But I'm trying to look at the situations with a mature outlook. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it sucks. I'm never gonna get the pleasure of accompanying that girl as her boyfriend. Yeah, it does suck that these trolls scared her off. They can't just leave people I know alone. They gotta be assholes. But I'm happy for her because she got herself a fiance, and she's at least with somebody she likes and she's known. And I guess for some girls, it's just easier to date what you know than it is to try something new and better. Good morning, Dana Smith. How you doing? Now, I'm not looking forward to dying, but I accept it. When I said things like, I want to die, it just means that was a metaphor for me accepting it. Like, I have no control when it's going to happen. All anyone can do is just make the best of the time they have on Earth now and not worry about when it's going to happen. What is up, Mr. Sean? How you doing? I got the last four wands have been podged. They're dry enough. I can stick them by the windowsill so they can dry faster. Hopefully we'll have a batch of wands up on Etsy either Friday night or Saturday, depending on how long it takes these last four to dry. So for those of you looking to get your hands on a CobraCraft wand from this batch, well, for me, it's only like almost 7. Rode my bike to a friend's house and had like 2 beers and drank some soda pop and visited for a bit. And then I could have rode my bike home just fine, but I didn't feel like chancing it. So I waited till I wasn't feeling buzzed from the beer to ride the bike home. Can you react to one of my edits on live stream? I have a YouTube channel. Well, hell yeah, man. I'll be sure to do a review of that later on. But I just wanted to make a video letting my fans know on Facebook that, I don't want to make y'all feel like crap because I'm depressed. One of the reasons why I said fuck suicide is because, quite frankly, I don't give a shit how depressed I get. That's not worth making all the people that care about me that much more miserable. When I think about Chester Bennington or Robin Williams, a great comedian and a great musician, you know, I just think to myself, dude, that sucks. Like, hearing about their death was so depressing. And that kind of feeling is exactly what my fans would feel. So I'm like, no, I can't, dude. Like, my trolls are ruthless. They do nothing but fuck with me, and they never stop. So that means I can't stop either. These trolls want to see me break, and they want to see me do stupid shit just so they can say, "Oh, we finally got to him. Holy shit, that was awesome. What a fucking retard loser. Ha 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 ha." And I refuse to let these trolls get to me. Scaring that chick off from wanting to date me was the breaking point. I might have had a lack of determination here and there, on and off, but that was the breaking point. And I'm actually very happy for her. I'm glad she has somebody she can be with. And the only reason trolls are fucking with girls that I know is because they know I struggle socially with women because of my autism. So they want to make it more difficult, so they see me continue to bitch about it. And quite frankly, I'm trying not to let something like that have that much control over my fucking life, because that's ridiculous. I mean, there are times I feel guilty about bitching because I'm single, when truth be told, I should be enjoying it. Like, I've walked down the streets or gone to a bar and I see a couple that's fighting over stupid he said, she said bullshit, and I'm like, oh, glad I'm not that couple. And isn't that just the best? You're going out to the bar to have a drink with your buddies or your acquaintances, people you know, and here's a couple who just feels like they have to make everyone aware of their issues. So they get drunk and start arguing very loudly about what a piece of shit the other one is. And it's just like, oh, this is great. This is doing wonders for my buzz. I'm trying to drink and have a good time, and perfect couple of the fucking year over there are ripping each other's asses a new one. uh, but I made a rant video before doing this live stream, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube while I'm doing this live stream here. To help men understand what sex is like for women, I had to reach very deep and talk about some uncomfortable things and put things in a different perspective. And these perspectives are something I would never consider because that's just not how I swing. But that being said, when I put it like that, a lot of men are going to think, oh shit, you know. So I feel like this next rant video I upload is going to help for the gender equality movement. Now, granted, there's some salty language in it, but I'm autistic, I'm blunt, and I'm not afraid to be blunt. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Computer's being a little bit slow, but that's all right. There it goes. I'll try monitorizing it, but they may demonetize it just because the word rants in it. And you think YouTube's that picky? Oh yes, because the word rant, such a negative word, rant, associated with bitching and complaining and moaning and groaning and whining and pissing and moaning and So if it gets demonetized because the word rant is considered negative by YouTube standards, nothing I can do about it. As long as my account doesn't get affected, which it won't, the worst they'll do is demonetize it. But at this point, Facebook, I've got a little bit over 8,000 subscribers, so maybe YouTube's starting to take notice, like, hey, this little autistic freak is starting to bring our website some traffic. Maybe we should start being nicer to him. Indeed. Happy birthday, Thomas. A shout out to Thomas Hunter. It's his birthday today. That's most definitely what's up. Good morning, Sammy Lynn. How you doing? None of us know when we're going to die. All we can do is not stress it and make the best of what we have today. You know. Especially if you're older. Don't worry about dying if you're older. Just worry about enjoying your life. You know. Doctor says bacon's bad for you. That's when you're like, maybe every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm going to eat bacon and screw what the doctor says. Yeah. You worry every day you're 21. Hell yeah. I'm 28. So how do you think I feel sometimes? Closer to 30 and I'm just like, But you can't let that feeling overcome you. Just take it with a grain of salt and as it happens, I guess, because age is really only a state of mind. YouTube, Facebook. And when I came home depressed the other night, it wasn't because the girl I wanted to ask out found a fiance. I was actually very happy for her. It was the fact that I'm never going to get to date her. And not because she thinks I'm creepy. I'm used to that. It's because my trolls are assholes. And that's what gets me, is even if it was my biggest hater, if they had a girl they were sweet on, I wouldn't say nothing to try to stop it. Unless the girl was underage, then I'd be like, what the fuck you doing, you sick bastard? But people see that I struggle with autism and I live in a small town, which is going to make dating difficult. That's not an excuse. That's just telling it like it is. So they think, oh, let's make it more difficult. And I tend to think that if people try this hard to ruin my dating life because they're jealous of my YouTube success, then maybe it's because I can get more tail than they can, despite having Asperger's. And instead of being inspired and saying, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time being jealous of this guy. The time they spend being jealous of me, that's time they could be spending getting a girlfriend for themselves. But instead, they're going to pick on me because I'm different. Rocking camel cargo pants, an Aussie t-shirt, and some spikes. to sit there and say that that's not different. For me, it's normal, but for most people, it's different. Each person's definition of normal is different. Therefore, the definition of normal does not exist. What one person considers normal, someone else is going to consider excessive or different. You might see somebody who's covered head to toe in tattoos and piercings, and they got the crazy spikes in their hair. Some people might look at that and say, that's a bit excessive. But to the person who did it, they're going to say it's art and they're expressing themselves. Really, it's just a matter of perspective and how you see things. And a lot of people think that just because I'm a YouTube celebrity that I don't struggle with depression like the rest of us. Quite the contrary. You know, like these trolls scaring off Summer and then scaring off the girl I wanted to ask out. To me, that's my breaking point of I'm done taking their crap. At this point, nothing they do to me at this point could piss me off, make me more angry, or any of that. At this point, that's just lit a fire, and that fire that lit has made me determined to continue fighting for gender equality, for racial equality, and to keep making videos and to never stop being myself. The harder they try, the harder I try. Therefore, the harder they fall. And really, life is how you perceive it. Well, to be fair, I drank a lot of soda pop, and I had like 2 beers, and I was at a friend's house, so I waited for the beer buzz to wear off a bit before I rode home just to be safe, even though I could have rode home with no problem. And after consuming a ton of caffeine and a pinch of alcohol, and then doing a bike ride across town to get back to my apartment, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like when the jogger gets up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to go for a run. Same concept. So it could be because my endorphins are kicking off. I just got done having a bike ride. And that's another thing I've noticed. It's not just making wands and videos and playing guitar that relieves stress. I noticed that riding my bike. I noticed that riding my bike does help with relieving stress. I can get out, get some exercise, cruise around town when the weather's nice, you know. Chicks recognize that bike. I've actually had chicks hit on me because of that bike. No bullshit. So guys think, oh, you need a sports car to pick up chicks. Not necessarily. You drive a kick-ass chopper pedal bike and you custom made yourself. I mean, even if it's not the most professional job, it still says, hey, this person's creative. They're interesting. Now, the consequence of posting videos on Facebook is, unfortunately, people are going to steal my videos and re-upload them to their own channel. And because it's not directly from YouTube, I can't, even though technically they're stealing my videos without my permission, which is frowned upon on YouTube's sake. But because the videos aren't directly on my own channel, then technically, you know, that's how they avoid that loophole. Nothing I can do about it. I mean, just gotta be careful what I post on social media, for one. And two, I guess, take it with a grain of salt. It just means that I'm starting to become an influence. I mean, if I could afford a decent wedding gift for that girl I wanted to ask out, I would, but I'm not going to it just because that would just feel extremely creepy and awkward. That's the only reason I'm not going to that girl's wedding, because it would just feel extremely creepy and awkward. Like, oh, hey, you get to watch her go down the aisle. That's not yours. Ha 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 ha. It did take me a couple of weeks to get over that encounter. I'm not gonna lie, that was some bullshit. I don't hold it against her. I hold it against the assholes who bully me. And I've made it very clear on my channel that I'm happy for her and her husband to be, and I want nothing but the best for them. So if people try stealing this fucking Facebook video and YouTube pooping it to make me look like a creepy asshole, it's not going to work. I covered my tracks on that now. And you're thinking, I think you're overthinking it. No, 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 no. I'm not. I'm not. People have used my videos to make me say things I didn't say on camera, and well, I did say them, but like they rearranged the words to make it sound inappropriate or messed up. That's what's known as a YouTube poop. They changed the audio on the video, and they try to get the audio to line up with your mouth so it looks legit. They spend all this time editing a video just to fuck with you. I mean, it seems like a waste of time, but you'd be surprised how desperate people are. One of the things that's helping me deal with the rejection, like I said, is just the support I get from females when I do get it. Even if it doesn't guarantee a girlfriend, it's still better than nothing, and it's greatly appreciated. You know, chicks openly saying, I'd date him. That's a step above being called a creeper, I think. So, hey, I must be doing something right. um, Unfortunately, Kim Jean, yes, it is. I mean, if you hate my videos and you hate my guts, you watch that channel to laugh at me. And some of my videos are long and I don't say shit for like 5 minutes, but that's the realism of the video. It's capturing a moment in time where I'm contemplating a simple thought. You know, and editing the video takes away from that realism. But that's just my opinion. Not that it matters much.